Hello students, today we have to move for the new lesson in the physics, that is human eye and colorful world. Okay, in this lesson actually the dispersion of light has reduced. The remaining thing it should be as usual. Keep in mind the dispersion of light and that experiment has reduced for this year only. The remaining it will be the as usual. Okay, so let us move the how the human eye will be there. So this is the diagram of human eye actually. So it consists of, this is the diagram of human eye. So it consists of the outer part is called the cornea. Okay, so this layer, the outer layer of the eye is called as the cornea. I think you can see in your eye. So this is the outer layer, what you can see in your eye. So that is called as the cornea. Keep in mind. And the innermost layer, it has a two layer. The innermost layer, that is called as the retina. Keep in mind the innermost layer, what is there. So this is called as the retina. Okay, what is the function of retina here? Retina helps to adjust the focal length. Retina helps to adjust, it adjusts its focal length. So focal length in the sense I think you learnt in a light lesson already. Focal length means the distance between the center to the object is called as the focal length. Okay, that is called as the focal length, you learnt already. So it is this retina helps to adjust the what focal length. Okay, so in this the distance between, if you are, it is spherical mirror or a lens, so that is the convex. Okay, so this is the optic center. The distance between the optic center and the principal focus is referred as a focal length. It should be denoted by the letter that is F. Okay, retina is the innermost layer of the eye. What is the work of retina? It helps to adjust the focal length. Keep in mind. The next third part is iris. I-R-I-S, iris. So what is mean by iris? The dark muscular diaphragm. Okay, I think in your if you are widening your eye, you can see the dark color. Okay, dark color, kappu bhaga ಏನು ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ, that is called as the iris. Okay, dark muscular diaphragm. Okay, that control, what is the work of diaphragm here? That control the size of the pupil. Okay, that control size of the pupil, size of the pupil, that is the work of iris. Okay, what is iris? A dark muscular diaphragm is called as the iris. This control the size of the pupil. Okay, so what is mean by pupil here? So this is called as, so inside that dark you can see the, I think one more black, actually a small black. Okay, that contains the lens ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ. So that is called as the pupil. ಕಣ್ಣಿನ ಪಾಪೆ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನ. Okay, that is called as the pupil. Okay, inside that dark we can see there. So that is called as the pupil. So the organ, what is the work of pupil here? The organ which regulate the amount of light entering to the eye. Okay, amount of light entering to the eye. ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೈಟ್ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ, ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೈಟನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. I think you are experiencing already. So if the flashlight will comes, then automatically you can close your eye, is it? Okay, so that is amount of light, how much light a lens can able to hold or can able to take. That amount of a light will be decided by the organ that is called as the pupil. Pupil regulate the amount of light entering to the eye. That is the work of the pupil. And the last thing we can see here, that is the optic nerve. So these are called as many nerves. If you are widening your eye, you can see the red color nerves inside the eye. So those are all called as the optic nerves. Those are all called as the optic nerves. What is the work of optic nerves? They receive and sending the electrical signals. Okay, they receive and sending the electrical signals to the brain and the other organ. Receive and send the electrical signal, because I think you know about that. All the information passes to the brain through in the form of electrical signal only. Okay, so then the brain send those electrical signals to the particular organ. So that is receive. Optic nerve work is receive and sending the electrical signals to the brain and the other organs. Okay, so that is the work of optic nerve. So if you want to touch the heart surface, is we are touching the heart surface. Those touching the heart surface, very fastly is go to the brain giving a caution to the hand actually to take back. Immediately we are taking back the hand. Okay, if the brain is not giving any caution, nothing at all, just we are holding our hand on the heart surface only. So to avoid the burning of other organ, the brain is working very much here. The work of optic nerve here, receive and sending the electrical signals. Yes, if you are seeing the beautiful things, okay, that gives a happiness for us first. Okay, that images, what you are seeing, the beautiful images, that signals has sent to the brain has giving a caution to the organs to get a happiness. So then we can say what a beautiful picture. So there the brain has giving a caution to the mouth, then we can say what a beautiful picture. So like that it will work. The receive and sending of the electrical signals is the work of the optic nerve. The last we can see the one more organ, very important organ, that is the lens. Okay, lens only is very important here. Okay, without the lens we can't able to see anything here. We can't able to see. To get a clear image, the lens is very important. So inside the eye we can see the lens. And also the next thing is aqueous humor. What is mean by aqueous humor? Aqueous humor means what you are called as tear ಅಥವಾ ಕಣ್ಣೀರು ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀರಿ. So that is called as the aqueous humor. And the next thing is vitreous humor. What is mean by vitreous humor? ಕಣ್ಣಿನ ಪಿಸರು ಅಂತ ನೀವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ಎದ್ದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಿಮಗೆ ಲೋ ಕಲರ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ವಿಟ್ರಿಯಸ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಕ್ವೇಸ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ tears, and vitreous humor nothing but the waste. Okay, so that is the these are the parts of this vitreous humor. Not allow any other foreign object in the sense dust or dirt or any stones or anything is enter to the eye, that will avoid not to enter inside the eye, avoid on the surface only and come out through that vitreous humor. So that is these are the parts of what human eye. Very important, the parts of the human eye. I'll repeat again, listen carefully. The first part is cornea. What is cornea? The outermost layer of the eye is called as cornea. And the second thing is retina, that is the innermost layer of the eye is called as the retina. So then we can see the dark muscular organ or diaphragm, that is called as the iris. So retina, what is the work of retina? Retina adjusts the focal length. And what is the work of iris? Iris helps to control the size of the pupil, And what is mean by pupil here? An organ which control the amount of a light enter to the eye. Okay, how much amount of light want to enter to the eye, that should be controlled by the organ that is called as the pupil. And the next is the lens. Without the lens we can't able to see the clear image. So to see the clear image, the main thing is lens is very important. The next thing is optic nerve. What is the work of optic nerves? Optic nerves helps to receive and send the electrical signals from brain to other organs. The next is the aqueous humor. Aqueous humor nothing but the tears, and the vitreous humor that nothing but the pissuru, what you are called as. Okay, so both the aqueous humor and the vitreous humor helps to protect the eye that's not affect from the dust. So this is about the eye and that organs work. Okay, next we have to know about that this human eye, it acts as a natural camera of the human body. Okay, ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯ ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾ ಬೇಡ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಇಮೇಜನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ರೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸೀಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಡ್ in our brain. So that's why the human eye acts as a natural camera. Let us see how the image is captured by the human eye, or how the human eye acts as a camera. First is lens of an eye form an image on the retina. So I told you already, lens is a very important thing. Without the lens we can't able to see anything. So that's the lens of an eye form an image. So this lens captured the image. Okay, this lens captured the image, and that image is formed on a retina first. Clear? That is the first point. Which is that first point? The lens of the image captured the image and formed on a or placed on a retina. Okay, next it is the light entered to the cornea underwent for refraction. The light, so this light is entered to the through the pupil, right? Because pupil regulates the amount of light. So this light entered to the eye is underwent for refraction. That is, image has captured by the lens and formed on retina. The first thing, okay, image is captured by the lens and formed on retina. The next thing is light entered to the eye through the pupil underwent for refraction. Light entered to the eye is underwent for refraction. This process is very important. I think you know about that. What is refraction and reflection? Reflection means the bouncing back of a light ray is called as a reflection, and refraction means the bending of the light ray from one media while traveling from one media to another media. That is called refraction. So here also the amount of a light which is entered to the through the pupil, so it is underwent for a refraction. Okay, next is the lens. Crystalline lens adjust the focal length. So again the lens work is the lens adjust the focal length. Okay, and also retina adjust the focal length. How much it required the focal length, I mean how much image we can see the clear image, that is retina adjust the focal length. Adjust the focal length. Small f nothing but the focal length. Okay, next the pupil regulates the amount of light entering to eye. Finally the eye lens form inverted real image on the retina. Okay, on the retina which image is formed? The inverted and real. So this is downward arrow mark indicates inverted, okay, and upward arrow mark indicates that is the erect. Okay, inverted real image is formed on the retina. So then after forming an image, the electrical signals sent to the brain. Okay, through what? Through the optic nerves, the electrical signals sent to the brain. So then we can see the brain send the informations to the eye, then we can see the clear image. So this is the working of human eye, or how human eye acts as a camera. Once again I'll tell you, concentrate properly. The first thing is lens of an eye forms an image on a retina. So light enters to the lens, adjust the focal length, underwent for refraction. The third thing is the lens is adjust the focal length, and the pupil regulates the amount of light. Finally, the inverted real image is formed on the eye or formed on the retina. Then the electrical signal sent to the brain through the optic nerve. So then we can see the clear image through our eye. Okay, if all these processes doesn't happen, we can't able to see the any clear image in the blind people. I think you know about that. The lens, the main thing is the lens is not there. Okay, the lens and everything is getting damaged. If the lens is not there, that not captured the any image and not formed any image on the retina, so that's why they can't able to see anything. Everything will be the blur or dark. Sometimes it will be blur, manju manju kanutte, and many of the blinds become a dark. Okay, they didn't see anything. It will be dark. Even our old age also, if the lens is getting damaged in old age peoples and everything, they can't able to see the images clearly. So the blurriness, they are feeling the blurriness due to the damage of lens only. Okay, very important question it is. How does the human eye act as a camera? Very important. Listen again, once again I'll tell you. Lens of an eye capture the image and form an image on a retina. Then light entered to the eye through the pupil, underwent for refraction. The retina adjusts the focal length and pupil regulates the amount of the light entered to the eye. Then the electrical signal, okay, finally the inverted image is formed. Then the electrical signals are sent to the brain through the optic nerve. So then we can see the clear image. Thus the human eye acts as a camera. Okay, hope you will understand this. And most repeated question it is. Keep in your mind. Okay. So next, I told you already, retina having a capability to adjust the focal length, that is called the ability of the eye lens to adjust the focal length, how much it required, the ability of the eye lens to adjust the focal length, that is called as, that process is called power of accommodation. So what is mean by power of accommodation? The lens having a ability to adjust the focal length. So it is called as the power of accommodation. Keep in mind. Okay, what is mean by power of accommodation? The ability of the eye lens can adjust the focal length. Is called as the power of accommodation. Okay. Clearly, the normal eye can see the image very clearly up to 25 centimeter. Keep in mind, the normal eye can see the image clearly up to 25 centimeter. So below that it is also impossible. Then after also it is impossible. So that's why the minimum distance is the human eye that adjusts the focal length, that is nothing but it is the 25 centimeter. Keep in mind. Okay, the minimum distance the lens is adjust its focal length is called as the 25 centimeter. 25 centimeters in the sense, I think you can feel that if you are holding the book and everything like that, you can't able to read anything. Is it possible to reading? No. The minimum distance you want to hold up to 25 centimeter. Otherwise, if you are holding like that, you can try in your home and everything. Minimum distance to see the image clearly, it required the 25 centimeter. So that is the minimum focal length of the eye. Okay. So next thing I'll continue in the next period. Thank you all.